Hello guys, this is Jeff's Garage Adventures. If you're new to the channel, I do lots and lots of tool reviews, mostly middle of the road, some low end and high end sprinkled in as well. I also do some car tech tips and repairs. A lot of times I'll do them in a series format where I'll do 15, 20, sometimes 25 different brands against one another and have like a shootout and tell you my thoughts, the good and bad about each set. And I'm in the middle right now of a USA made series. And what do we got here today? CRAFTSMAN. CRAFTSMAN is in the house. We got CRAFTSMAN screwdrivers. We got the USA, the old ones, the real old ones, and the ones that, these are 80s, these are 90s, and these are like last year. So you got USA versus China. So I had a request for this. It was in one of my log books, and I came across it and said, boy, I don't think I ever did that video. So I got the old ones, the ones that smell funny. The professional ones, and USA, and the brand new China. Let's pick up one of these bad boys. These are old stock here. You know, we all grew up with these back in the early 80s when USA, see it? When I bought this set, it was probably, I'm going to guess, 1980 maybe. And it was like a 29-piece set. Yeah, 29-piece. And it was like 20 bucks. That's how much they were back then. It was a great buy. Usually it was a good Christmas gift. That might be how I got it, if I think about it. And these are still pretty good. You know, the ones that smell pretty bad here, these things got a lot of miles on them. Grab a number 2 here. You can't even read that on that one, CRAFTSMAN. The tip's still pretty decent on that one. These were like the non-professional ones they had, but still, everybody had them. And then you had the professional grade here. I bought these in I'm going to say early 90s. And these are made in USA. You'll see the logo. These things were very, very nice. These were my go-to screwdrivers in the early 90s. I love how they had for your thumb there. Ergonomically, they were very well made even back then. And they had the ID markings in the back. They also had the ones that were black, all black with the gold lettering. Let me know if you guys have those. These are ones you see, if you see them in a yard sale, pick them up, guys. Let's grab a number 2 because that's the one everybody gravitates towards. This one's got some use on it. You can barely see anything else but the USA. CRAFTSMAN Professional is starting to wear off. The number 2, P2, love, like I said, where your thumb goes. These were a very, very nice design. They were my go-to for a lot of years. They had the bolsters on there. And there's a tip. I think even back then they vapor blasted them. That tip's still pretty good shape. And then we get the ones made in China here. These things were very cheap, and they are cheap. This one I broke a tip on, and I wasn't abusing it, and it snapped like it was wood. That's crazy. I gave this set to my wife. And here's the number 2. The handles on these are way, way too small. They got that dual composite. It's hard. The red's hard and the black's soft. I never liked these. My wife uses these. I don't think she knows how to use a screwdriver, but you can see the tip on that is not holding up. The handles are way too small. Let's compare it to professional number 2. Quite a difference in the diameter of the handle. These feel so good in your hand. A screwdriver comes down to 2 things, guys. One is a tip, performance I call it, and the number 2 is how it feels good in your hand. It's a very personal thing. If that doesn't feel good in your hand, you're not going to use it. It's as simple as that. And these always felt good in my hands. These no. But you can see the difference in just the diameter of the grips and the shape of them. And these got the bolsters, these don't, and the tips are not holding up on the China one. You can see the tip on the China one. It's already getting mangled. This is just probably like rust or something. These are, like I said, these are 30 years old. And the tip's definitely holding up better than that China one. I can tell you that right now. This has even got more meat on it than that one does. Look at the tip, close up the tips. That one's got a better tip, a lot better tip. But I gave them to my wife, and I don't care what she does with them. I actually took them out of the junk drawer to do this video because I don't use them. But that's China versus the old stock, and you can see quite a bit of difference in there. Night and day, guys. It's just too small. You can see my hand, how it'll wrap right around, and this one won't. See how I'm touching here, where your thumbs go? This one doesn't. That's a big difference. Night and day. So those were definitely one of my favorites back then, and I don't use them as much anymore, but I never use those. So there you go. You got the old stock. The old USA made Craftsman's the one the smelly ones that everybody had. Then they had the professional line. These are the ones that, if you can find these guys, any of them actually, but these are the ones that are really desirable. And the China ones. The China ones are they're just not a good design. You know, they're not a quality made product. Now somebody out there is going to have them and love them, but I don't recommend them, but I'll leave a link in the description below anyways. If they still have that set, I don't know, but I had a request for it, so I did it, you know, and it was good for the USA Made series because you got USA in there. All right, guys, we'll continue with the series probably tomorrow, and stay tuned. Have a great day.